Hello. How's it going? Shadow King, what's up? Hey. And Nick, no worries. I'm glad you'll be on. Peter, hello. How are you all? How are you, all of you? How is everybody in the world? Um, Doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I went on a run this morning. Well, not out. Makes this on a run makes it sound like I went out. I went to the gym. It's too cold to run outside right now. But yeah, ran 5 kilometers, which was really hard. I have a goal this year on hitting a certain distance on the treadmill, so we'll see if I can get there. Using the wrong mug. Captain America? I'm Canadian. No, Captain America's okay. Senor Monkey, hey, how's it going? Not much is up. Just doing my my regular stream thing. Been working on my stream setup because I want to have a nice setup for streaming. Because one of my goals this year is to stream once a week at least. So every Sunday usually, just depends on my schedule. And yeah, apparently my Twitch stream is unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. My bitrate's too high. Okay, then that's fine. It's not a bad thing. Very curious because I'm streaming to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time right now, and this is new for me. So I'm just gonna check it, make sure I'm not missing any like YouTube chats. No, I think I'm okay. Learning how to do them both at the same time is a little bit challenging, but I'm kind of excited. Okay. I might not have it running here. Let's go here. It's not watching myself like twice. Yeah. So yeah, I've been out in the world. And I guess this is like a little bit of a life update too, because since I'm saying that I'm going to be like streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, it's kind of like my return to YouTube because I haven't been posting on YouTube in a long time. But I'm excited because I do enjoy my YouTube community that I had built and grown. And I was enjoying making videos, but like for me, I just don't have the energy to like have the whole production schedule for myself of like writing a video, shooting it, editing it, making a thumbnail and all of that. So I think for right now, at least, streaming is a lot more of a doable thing for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to hit that goal of at least once a week for the whole year, see where it takes me. That'll be fun. And then yeah, I have other like life update stuff that I'm very excited to get into on this stream. That's what I was saying earlier. You guys can't hear Erica, but she was saying that it would be cool if every time she had like, if she had like a little microphone. Oh, I can see myself in the background on Erica's computer. Every time she talked, if she had like a little microphone, a little camera of her popped up. Maybe I'll do that one day. I don't know if there's like an add-on to OBS that I can do that's like a reactive microphone camera thing. Activated camera. But actually, Erica, you can hop on for a minute because I already have to pee. I have a small bladder. Erica's gonna take the reins. I don't even need the headphones. It's just background music.
Hello. I look like I'm in a cocoon. I'm playing Baldur's Gate. See, I was doing honor mode and then I died, which you can't continue. I mean, you can continue, but they shame you for it. So, and it doesn't count towards the achievement. So I have restarted. It's pretty devastating. I was like 35 hours in. Pain. But now I have my new one and I'm just taking my time. It's a sleepy day for me. I didn't sleep very well. My best friend's moving, so I helped her paint yesterday, and it was very painful for me. I have scoliosis, and I have a lot of back pain, so it was very exhausting. I really enjoy painting, but it's just walls. But I ended up in a lot of pain, so then I didn't sleep very well. Then I slept in today, and now I'm just still sleepy, even though I've had green tea. Shadow King, you've never played Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate 3 is fantastic. Another good one is Divinity Original Sin 2. That was what Gig and then two of our friends, Vaughn and Dan, used to play together all the time until Baldur's Gate 3 came out. Oh, Gig's back. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.
Never played Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it's one of those games that I really like the idea of in theory, but for me, I don't know uh what how do I word this? I was gonna say what's wrong with me, but for some reason I just can't focus on the game. Played Dark Souls and Elden Ring though. I feel like Dark Souls would cause me to rage so hard that I would never play video games ever again, so I don't want to like kind of ruin that for myself. Um I feel like Baldur, yeah, it's too open, and I can't seem to, oh, sorry, hold on. My microphone, something weird. I can't seem to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe because it's so open, but I can't invest myself into it. I don't know. I do want to play through it. Sure. For sure. For sure. Um, yeah, Baldur's Gate. I think it's a great game. I always recommend it to people, but I've barely even played it. Divinity was really fun. Were you talking about Divinity? Yeah, Divinity was really fun. I think because it was a little more, it guided you a little bit more. But also when we were playing with Vaughn, Vaughn basically like guided us.
Oh, I can do that for you. I thought you wanted to. Oh, so
I
I was.
I do, but there's like no middle ground for me, you know, which is frustrating. You'll guide me, thank you. Can you do a test for me? Write a comment on the YouTube stream and see if I'll want to see if it comes up here. Oh yeah, okay, that's good to know. I've only been streaming for 13 minutes. Feels like longer. I don't think I'm gonna play any games on this stream. Just gonna hang out and chat, catch up with everybody. Because even though I have been streaming like on average once a week already for the year, because I've been streaming on Twitch. Rogue Phantom, hey, what's up? How's it going? Um, but I haven't been streaming on YouTube like I did the test the other day. But I feel like I'm like returning to YouTube, like I said that earlier. But um, yeah, so I'm not gonna play any games on the stream. I'm just gonna hang out and chat. But I will, maybe, I'm not making any promises. I will update in the Discord, but I might stream like midweek this coming week. And I will play a game or two. Tired but all good. Yeah, I'm so tired as well, and I haven't really even been doing anything. Just wanting to sleep in. My sleep schedule is not great. I've been wanting to stay up late and sleep in, and that's not very productive. um, but yeah, so I think I'm gonna play a game on stream later this week, or on next weekend when I stream. I can't guarantee if it's gonna be like a Saturday or Sunday when I stream because uh usually if we go to like visit family in another town or something, it'll be over the weekend. So sometimes I move my streams to like a Friday or a Monday, but I will always keep that updated in the Discord. Yeah, I love that little like, oh, it's a side mini version of me background that's like probably like 10 seconds, 15 seconds lagged. What was I gonna say? Got distracted. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for this dual stream thing because I just feel like it gives me the opportunity to reach everybody that I want to reach. Um, but yeah, I was watching someone else's stream the other day and they were playing a game called Get to Work. And I might possibly play that game in the future. But it reminded me, and someone mentioned that too in the stream, it reminded me of Getting Over It, which I played on stream like, geez, I think that was pre-COVID. That was probably like 2017 or something like that. It was a long time ago. I wonder if Steam will tell me when I bought a game. I'm gonna look on here. Getting Over It. Oh, 2018. Last played April 1st, 2018.
See when you bought it. It should say load more activity. It says, oh, it says the date you bought it.
Hey Arden, how's it going? It's been a while.
Hello. Weird. Usually it says, like, it tells me, like, all my friend updates, too. It says, like, your friend bought this game on this date.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah, I wish I knew when I bought this game, but I mean, last time I played it was like 2 years before COVID. Pretty good, Arden. Pretty good. I've decided to stream. One of my goals this year, that's kind of part of the topic on the stream. Is, I'm gonna stream at least once a week for the whole year. So I'm very excited for that because I have missed streaming. Now I'm doing it to both YouTube and Twitch. In terms of like update for me and Erica, we got married in September, so that was very exciting. Got married, wonderful wedding. I was very happy with the way it all panned out. Weddings can be stressful. And then we went to Japan on our honeymoon, which I have some photos I can share with you guys from the honeymoon and the wedding too. But yeah, that's kind of like the big update for this stream. Yeah, I did share some stuff on Instagram about both of those. Thanks for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Back on. Play the music. Oh, not really playing. An error occurred. Wonderful. There we go. I think I put my headphones back on. I didn't know the music had stopped playing. You got some exciting news too? Love to hear it. Work at a Dutch national radio station as a sound tech guy? That's exciting. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Radio's always been really interesting to me because of how, like, at least from what I've seen, the way the production like how the production goes in terms of like a schedule. Because unless it's live radio, when I'm listening to the radio, I just assume that it is live. But usually they record it like hours before, if not like the day before. So my stream has not Discord. I need to fix the Discord bot. Wonder how I can do that. So far, though, this stream has been more successful than I expected. Because I thought I would have more technical difficulties than I already have. So, okay, I'm gonna do something. Don't. Good idea. I'm adding a bot to the Discord. Announcements. Twitch. Okay. I'll have to learn how to set this up, but so far it looks like it might work better than what I already had. What we do is when we have someone who falls out, fill that time with some reserve stuff that's pre-recorded. Okay, so are you like normally, is you the radio station, I guess this is a national radio station, it's usually, most of it's live, I'm guessing? I did a radio interview on like a local station near where I grew up in like, I want to say, when did I do that? 2011, 2012? Because I was helping a friend, they were doing a fundraiser, so I was like helping a friend promote the fundraiser. I think it also depends on the like the format of the radio too, because if it's national radio, a lot of it's probably live because welcome back, Nick. Because it's like gotta be up to date. It's gotta be the, I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's gotta be current news. I know there are some like, it's like at least like for music radio stations, they pre-record like the regular programs, and then if stuff happens or they might have like a segment that they have to do like a live interview, I guess. But it's interesting how it's all so different. I wonder how CBC works. Because Shadow King, you're saying most of your radio is live in the UK, so I know a lot of it's BBC. I don't know if you guys have. The bot was 22 minutes late. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to be replacing that bot after this stream. I'm going to look into StreamerBot because I've heard good things about StreamerBot. Hopefully it works. But see, the thing is, for like the first year of having, I think it's the Me6 bot that I have right now for announcing the streams. For the first like 6 years of for the first year of having that bot, it was fine. And then at some point, I guess I hadn't streamed for a while or something, and I came back and it just did not work at all. Like it didn't announce anything. But yeah, so those of you who join from the bot on Twitch or on Discord, yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, just for accessibility for people, and also like, I don't know, it's a little bit of originally started out as being defiant towards the big American corporations, and now I'm, giving my time to both of them, but two of them. That being said, I do want to say to everybody, I don't like to get political, but the only thing I'm going to say about it is, please think about where you're spending your money these days in terms of corporations and what they support and all of that. But if things go well, I can do the podcast part of the radio, which I can do for like 1 or 2, maybe for 1 or maybe 2 hours, at least 2 days a week. Nice. That's cool. Audio is very interesting. I know my friend Dan went to school for audio, and then now he's working in pyrotechnics. But I think he just likes the live performance kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hop back to what I was saying there a second ago, because I'm getting very ADHD right now. But yeah, just think about where you're spending your money on these big corporations, and do not ever feel pressured to support me through these corporations. I'm not like super motivated by trying to make money on these platforms, but I will look into possibly making a link that if people want to like support me through it, sure. But yeah, so I just want to, because the reason why I do these live streams is more for like providing a chill entertainment that is inclusive. It's a safe space. It's fun for me because I get to still like entertain and perform in a way, but at the same time there's like no pressure on me. And that's like why I was saying earlier, it's like I'm glad I can kind of return to YouTube doing this, because I the pressure I put on myself, not that anybody else puts on me, of like writing a video, shooting it, editing it, making the thumbnail, uploading it, and all of that, and then doing that on a schedule. I enjoyed doing it, but it got too much for me, so that's why I haven't made a video, like a YouTube video, in so long. And the last one I made was literally just like a mukbang or whatever they're called, like just eating food, because that was easy. But yeah, so this is really just a place for people to hang out with me if they want to. Yeah, and then I guess kind of I'll get into more like update stuff. I said earlier, Eric and I got married. We went to Japan. I can show some photos from the trip if people are interested, because I have more photos than what I posted on Instagram. And I think I literally just came up with this today, but I think what I'm gonna do is try and post on Discord, kind of like it's like my Instagram. Just like post on it a little bit more. I have not used Facebook in a really long time. I deleted it off my phone. Same thing with Messenger. I don't think I even have Messenger on my phone. And Instagram's like the one platform that I was like regularly still using, and I still go on it. But to interact with people, I think for now, I'm gonna try and post on Discord more, just because I know I have this community of people. I know it's not a big community, but I really appreciate you guys a lot. And I think I'd like to share like what's going on in my life a little more. I think that'd be more fun than like having that wall of Instagram. I already made a video for the rest of the year. You already made videos for the rest of the year. Whoa, that is impressive. That's impressive, because I cannot. I'm sure if I like really wanted to, I could sit down and get myself to be more efficient with editing. 2 videos a week. Jeez, I'm really impressed, Arden. That takes a lot of work. I'm sure if I could just get myself to sit down and become more efficient and proficient with like editing, and then like having a pipeline for making videos, I could do that. But for some reason, it just doesn't interest me as much, and I might come back to it at some point. But I really do like this live aspect, because I can just have a conversation with people, and I feel like that has a lot of value, because it just having almost like a face-to-face conversation. So this year, Erica came up with these 2 really great ideas. I mean, they're very similar ideas, but they're different things. So Erica's always talked about doing like a bingo card for the year.
Living derby style.
Yo, what's up?
Riker, thank you so much for the 32 months. Your name has 21 in it, so I got confused. Thank you so much for the 32 months. That is crazy. And now I think I'm beyond my sub goal on Twitch. Yeah, I'm at 9 subscribers. That's crazy. I didn't really even have a, like, now with everything that's going on and just kind of rethinking things, I don't really care if people subscribe on Twitch. Of course it's great, because I do get some money. But at the same time, I'm not like, it's not my goal anymore. My goal is to just make this content and connect with people. So, yeah. But I was saying, Erica's always wanted to make these bingo cards for the year where we just write down crazy things that could happen. And we kind of just make bets. And then if you get to make bingo on the card, that's great. But then Erica said, well, let's do like a bingo resolution card, because New Year's resolutions are always so intimidating because you want to be ambitious and you want to set up like a solid goals for yourself that if you achieve them, you're like, yeah, I'm super proud of myself. I achieved this stuff. But at the same time, it's so daunting and hard to feel like you can achieve them all. So that's where the bingo card comes in, because you don't have to get them all. You're just trying to get a bingo. So you put a whole bunch of goals, and then it kind of gives you like a kind of like a scattered thing to aim for that's not so, they're not all so intimidating. So one of mine for this year was to go to my hometown, and I already did that. Like I went and visited my sister over the weekend, and I went and visited a friend, went to their birthday party, went shopping at local businesses that I love and got to support. Got some great tea. I talked about it on a previous stream. Drinking some of it right now. Support your local businesses, no matter what country you live in. Yeah, so I'll read off some of my goals. Read 5 books. I'm a very slow reader. So my goal is to complete reading 5 books. I have 3 books on the go right now, but because I just come back to them so infrequently, then once I've completed those books, then I can just check them off. I want to watch every Tom Cruise movie this year. I don't know why. I just figured I want to pick an actor and watch through all of their films. Let's see what else. Run a 5K. So like I want to sign up for a 5K, which they're usually for a good cause or like supporting local things. So one of the that's like another motivation to do it. Let's see. Buy a Boston fern. I'm kind of like semi-obsessed with plants. So getting a Boston fern is one of my goals for this year, which is like it's an easy goal because I could just go to the store and buy it whenever I feel like achieving this goal. But at the same time, I'm trying to be careful with my money, so it's like, oh, what do I do? If I complete the rankings of Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, I have this year booked. Is that what you're trying to say? Booked? Nice. And then my other running goal, do a full marathon? Oh, my other running goal, I was just about to say, is to run 10K on a treadmill, because I normally don't go past 5K on the treadmill. I've run 10K outside a couple years ago during the film strike. I had nothing to do, and I was working like a part-time job that really sucked. So after work, I would go out for a run. Oh, this other thing I want to do is I want to make a lamp, but not like, it just sounds like basic. Like, oh, I want to make a lamp. But no, I want to take an old liquor bottle, like Grand Marnier or something fancy, and turn it into a cool lamp. I could put it in the background of the stream. It would look really good. Let's see, what else? I want to eat at Tojo's. It's a famous sushi restaurant in Vancouver that I've always wanted to eat at. I think I'm going to eat there for my birthday. So, actually, I should look at maybe making a reservation. My birthday's just over a month away. Let's see, what else? I'm not going to read them all. Just, some of them are pretty boring. Fill a sketchbook. I've started started drawing this year because I've always really sucked at drawing, and I wanted to pick something that had no pressure from anybody else. Like, it was just, I just draw for a couple minutes every day and see if throughout a year I get better. It's 9:33 p.m. now, and I have to get up early, so I'm hopping to bed. All right, Arden. Have a good sleep. Get lots of rest. King Ponter, too. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Your girlfriend's an amazing artist. I've always admired people who can draw so much, because when I was a kid, I just didn't have, I don't know if it was like an attention span thing, or I just didn't see the results that I like, because I can picture what I want to draw, or I'll look at something, I want to recreate that, but it would just look like crap and I would just give up. But yeah, so I bought a sketchbook. I already started drawing like for a few minutes every day in just like a random notebook that I had. And then I think it was beginning of this month, I went to the dollar store and bought like a sketchbook, which I have down here beside my bed because I usually draw before bed. And yeah, so I've been enjoying drawing, just picking different things, copying, but really it's just you're learning from other people if you try to draw the same things other people have drawn. So yeah, I'm finding that exciting because it's kind of one of the things about myself is when I'm, stressed or my mental health isn't great, I find myself kind of like craving meditation, but I have a hard time getting myself to just meditate on its own, like just do meditation on its own, because I have to be doing multiple things at once for some reason. Your girlfriend says hi while half asleep on your lap. Hello, Riker's girlfriend. I'm sorry, I can't remember if Riker has told me your name. Yeah, so what was I saying about drawing, right? Remember what I was saying, Erica? No, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the meditation thing. So I crave like meditation. Min Young? Okay. Hello, Min Young. So I like crave meditation when I'm like stressed or whatever. But I find that if I do something that kind of emulates meditation or gets my brain into a flow state or a meditative state, then it's just as good for me. So reading is one. I have a hard time getting myself to read, but it's very beneficial for me. And then drawing. I found I get so focused on drawing and focusing on just trying to make something that I feel like I'm in a meditative state. So one of the reasons why I draw, or why I'm glad I'm drawing. The other thing I want to do is I want to like buy a whole new outfit. It doesn't have to be like brand new clothes or like up-to-date fashion or anything, but I've been trying to get like more confident in my own fashion. So I want to figure out what my outfit I want it to be and then put it together through buying things either from thrift stores or like brands that I like. Yeah. So those are some of my like bingo resolution goals for the year. I'm very excited because doing it in this kind of bingo way makes it a little less intimidating. And some of them are very simple, like bake a cake. I didn't know what to put on there, so putting simple things kind of helps take away the intimidation of it. And all that jazz. Gotta love bingo. Can't read, never been able to. You can read the chat, Riker. That's something. You're not illiterate. You really liking this just talk style stream? Nice calm atmosphere. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Like, I mean, I am going to be playing some games in the future, but it's more just going to be hanging out, chilling, even when I'm playing games. Like, I'm not very good at games. So, it's more just to play for fun and to hang out with people. What, you laugh at me saying I'm not good at games? You're dyslexic, so reading is a pain. I don't think I'm dyslexic, but dyslexia sounds like really frustrating. For me, I will read, and it takes a lot of effort to just focus on it. and this comes from somebody who's read hundreds of scripts in my life. Like, when I was in school and I was homeschooled, my teacher was not worried about my reading level because she knew I was reading, like, I would read audition scripts, I would read full scripts, I would read at least a full script a week. So I was reading a lot. But I like novels too, and I like fiction and nonfiction. There's lots of things that I like to read, but I just find myself, I will read and then I get that dumb thing where, like, you know, you read 2 pages and then you realize you were kind of daydreaming while you were reading. So, like, you were reading the words, but you can't remember what you read. I hate when that happens. It happens a lot less frequently now, but it's just because of practice. Oh, that's the other thing on my goal list this year. I think I might try and get assessed for ADHD, because I'm not, like, officially diagnosed with anything, but I've had, my oldest sister is currently in school to become a clinical counselor. And she's like, have you thought about it? And my counselor, my therapist, has said, have you thought about getting assessed? So, yeah, it's something I'm considering this year. But yeah, it's interesting because this year feels different for me in a way, because I'm kind of approaching, like, work and life differently. And yeah, I'm excited, but it's scary. Does anybody, I have a question for chat. That's just kind of a general question for the streams going forward. Are there any, like, games that people have been really like watching? They don't even have to be like the big popular games that everyone's playing. In fact, I more like to play the, like, indie games or the weird chill games, you know? Nothing competitive or whatever. But I have a few games in mind that I'm thinking. Subnautica's chill. Okay, so I will continue playing Subnautica. I want to actually finish the game on stream, especially since there's, like, a second one. Super Mario Brothers, that's a good idea. You know what? That's a really good idea, because it is, like, chill. I can pause it whenever I want. Huh. Might have to move. I gave Erica my Switch. Do I even have Super Mario Brothers? I could try emulating it. I could emulate, like, the old ones. You don't know the name, but it's like a supermarket simulator, very calm. Oh, anything other than Fortnite? I know the thing is, I play Fortnite now, like, quite a bit, but I don't really like streaming it, because I find I get too focused on it, and it's just too stressful. The old one specifically for Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES. Sure. Yeah, I'll look at maybe emulating it, because I've got controllers and stuff, and that might be more fun than playing, like, the newest one. I remember playing the only ones that I really played were ones on Game Boy Color. So I've, like, Wario World, I think it was called. I think I had Yoshi's Island or something. And then I had on my DS, I had Super Mario Brothers, like the new Super Mario Brothers. Maybe not for stream, but I'd recommend playing Batman Arkham games. They're so much fun. Well, I really want to get a new VR headset, and those come with one of those has the new Batman game, and apparently it's really good. But then again, it's meta, so not really feeling that right now. I'm gonna be trying to improve the stream setup. Like, every stream, you'll see it be a little bit different. So, working on lighting, working on the camera. I've been having a lot of trouble with this camera, and this is, like, the Logitech C920. It's, like, the one that everyone used for a long time. And every time I turn it on, it's blown out. It's bad quality. I've had to move a light today. That's why I'm having a shadow on my face. I'm gonna have to diffuse this light somehow. And yeah, might move it down onto my bedside table. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, well, I wouldn't stream VR unless I had, like, a lot of space and, like, a big green screen room or something. That would be fun, but I don't really, VR is more for like with your friends and watching movies and stuff. I think my father-in-law has a Quest, whatever it's called, Quest 3, and he really likes it for watching movies. He says like they watch a movie on a big screen in your living room, so that's cool. And he uses this for flight sim as well because he's a flight simulator guy. But yeah, I think platformers, that's a good idea. Like Mario would be fun. Super Mario Brothers. Let me look up Super Mario Bros. SNES. The Arkham game is amazing, especially in VR. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Super Mario World is what you're thinking. Okay, Super Mario World. Super Mario World SNES. SNES came out. Okay, Super Mario World, known in Japan as Super Mario World Super Mario Brothers 4. It's a 1990 platform game. Is that when it came out? 1990. And then Game Boy Advance in 2001. Okay, so I'm going to do some emulator research between now and next stream, and maybe we will play a little bit of that as well. Animal Crossing Days, yeah, that's true. Oh, and I mentioned in my last stream that I was thinking about playing Stardew Valley. Because I've started it a couple times, but never really gotten into it, so that's a game that I should commit some more time to. Like learning how to do this YouTube live thing, and what I find really interesting is it's like hard to monitor it while I'm live. Like I gotta go live, manage. Yeah, there we go. Or that. Settings. Stream is healthy, apparently. I was a little bit worried because it's sending off to 2 different streams, and I know for YouTube I have to have a much higher bit rate. And now that's why Twitch is saying that my bit rate's unstable, but it's just because my bit rate's higher than what Twitch needs. So, learning technical things. All right, Owen, Gaming Penguin. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you on the next stream. I'm gonna talk a little bit about our honeymoon to Japan, because I want to, and I want to show off some photos. It was so much fun. I always wanted to go to Japan. It's one of those, like, people keep asking me where do you want to go next, and all I can think about is going back to Japan. Like I can't really, like, I kind of want to go to Scotland and England, kind of maybe want to go to Italy, but like they're not like I must go there. Japan's like I'll go back to Japan for sure. Let's see here. Let's see. We woke up pretty early to get to the airport. The first photo I have is from like 9:35 in the morning, but that's like we're at a restaurant at the airport. So I'm curious. I'm just gonna go studio mode here and just make sure it looks okay. Yeah. Might change my see if I can make that work, because I've been playing around with the OBS things. Did I have any trouble communicating in Japan? I know a little bit of Japanese, and Erica said I did really good. But for me, it was like I had a limit, and it was very much, the limit was not very far away from very basic Japanese. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna see how this works. Let's transition here. Out of studio mode. Okay, so yeah, so this was at the restaurant at the airport in Vancouver before we left. That's Erica. There's me. Just got breakfast at the airport because we needed to eat before we got on the plane. Yeah, eggs Benedict, delicious. We went to Narita Airport. That's you with Korean. Your girlfriend claims, but that you're good, but you're like a 6 to 10, like a 6 to 10-year-old. You mean? Yeah, mine's pretty bad. It was a direct flight. I will say I don't recommend Air Canada because they kind of made it difficult for us. I had this bright idea that we would go to the airport the day before our flight and check in person because I thought, well, hey, it's our honeymoon. I didn't buy expensive flights or anything, so maybe I can be like, hey, it's our honeymoon. Yeah, toss us a freebie here and there. And they were like, oh yeah, congratulations, here's your tickets. We get our tickets and we walk out of the airport. I look at mine. I've got an assigned seat. Erica looks at hers and she doesn't have an assigned seat. So I was like, that's weird. Let's give it a few hours. Maybe on the app we can check and it'll be up to date and whatnot. But nope, it was a problem. So we had to call Air Canada 3 times to get Erica an assigned seat and to make sure we were sitting together. Because apparently Air Canada likes to overbook their flights. And even though we bought our tickets like 6 months in advance. So that was a bit frustrating. That's leaving Vancouver. Some pictures of the Vancouver airport. Vancouver airport used to be considered one of the nicest airports in the world. I don't know if it is anymore. But overbooking should be illegal, I agree. Erica's nails that she got made for the trip. That's the route. I took this by the time we were basically done the flight. But I just thought it was so interesting that the plane goes this way. I don't know why. And when it started, it really felt like it was going north a lot and then going down. But it is mostly a straight line. This is us on the plane landing. We were on the way there. We were stuck. Our seats were not good. The airplane had it was 4 seats in the middle and then 3 seats on each side, I think. And we were in the middle 2 of the middle section. You always assume it goes east, right? I thought it was gonna go west, but there was just something about the flight path that perplexed me for some reason. I don't know why. Well, and I wasn't really sure which way it was gonna go, and I was like, east makes more sense because you're over land for a lot more. Don't know why that would make that big of a difference, but flying over the Pacific because it's so vast was intimidating, kind of scary to me. But that's it is what it is. I got out onto a normal chair and they didn't strap it in properly. Last time you flew, didn't properly check to see if my chair was secured. Luckily, nothing bad happened. Oh, yeah, that's scary. This was the first picture I took waiting to go through customs in Japan, which took a long time. But we were going in the first 2 weeks of October. I feel like that's still pretty busy. I mean, it's busy all the time in Japan nowadays. This is us on the train to to Tokyo from Narita Airport. That was the first like drink from a vending machine I bought. It was amazing. I had to translate everything because I'm really sensitive to artificial sweeteners, and I know that a lot of drinks have artificial sweeteners, but luckily in Japan, it was less than here. I feel like they sneak it into things here where it doesn't need it. In Japan, it either has it and it's like pretty obvious, or it doesn't have it at all. So I was lucky with that. Your mom was more upset than me. Lol, I'm not a confrontational person. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for your mom to be upset. She wants you to be safe. This drink was so good. Match. Or I guess it was just called Match, but it has the name on it twice. It's kind of like Mountain Dew, but it tasted like it was more citrusy. It was more like grapefruit tasting. It was really good. Picture from the train. That we got the Narita Express train, which I wish I had taken a photo of on the way there. There may be a photo of it later on in the slideshow here. But the train was really, their trains are just so nice and clean and really well made and comfortable. Our train tickets. For the first week, we didn't buy the train pass because we weren't really going too far. We were just loading the transit pass on our phone with money and tapping it. Please tell me the match bottles in the rest of the photos. Dang, I wish I had done that. No, it isn't. It should have been like the first drink I got, and it was in every single photo. There's another drink that I will show you, and I'm almost certain there are photos of it that I am obsessed with, and I even found at like Asian markets here because I needed to. I need my fix. The weather was great. It was just super nice. My mistake was I did not wear a mask on the plane, and I paid for that because the next day I was okay. I started to feel a little off, and then for 4 days after that, I was pretty sick. So I went out a few times, but I stayed in the hotel. I was pretty much stuck in the hotel for 4 days straight. Beautiful views on the train. Let's see, what's this? This is us arriving in our neighborhood that we stayed in. One of the things I've just been like, I'm still amazed at is the architecture and how they're able to have these like small buildings, and it doesn't feel cramped. Erica bought this sandwich combo thing from the convenience store. Our hotel had a convenience store in the lobby, basically, like attached to the lobby. And for 242 yen, or was it? Yeah, for 242 yen, which is like $2 Canadian. You get this amazing pork cutlet sandwich, and it's like an egg potato salad sandwich. Erica had that probably like 3 or 4 times when we were there because it was so good. The drink was called Match. And then the night we got there, I messaged an old family friend of mine from Japan that lived with me and my family when I was like 2 years old. And we stayed in touch because they lived in Canada for probably about 15 years. They left 12 years ago. Went back to Japan about 12 years ago. And yeah, so she met up with us and took us out to dinner. We went and got yakitori, which was delicious. She ordered so much food. And the thing about Japan is when you go out to drink, the match drink is not alcoholic. When you go out to eat in Japan, there's no takeaway. There's no like, I mean, you can probably get food to go. You can get food to go, but there's no like eat at a restaurant. Can I get this food wrapped up? The food that I didn't eat. Can I get it wrapped up and take it home? There's none of that. So we had to try and eat as much as we could. It's me with my yakitori. It's my family friend, Kazumi. She had to eat a lot too. Oh yeah, Erica took a photo of this because it was so delicious. It was also from the convenience store. 118 yen, so like $1. Or less than $1. How long for Japanese prices? I know, right? These were 2 pancakes that were sandwiched together, and in between it was like butter and maple syrup already. So you just eat it like a sandwich. Erica said, I mean, I took a bite. It was really good. And Erica said it was like one of her favorite things there. Yeah, she got it every morning. View from our hotel room. Tiny, tiny hotel room. Like, the whole hotel room, including the bathroom, was smaller than this bedroom I'm sitting in. It was small.
There's a photo later.
There's a photo, yeah. This is Tokyo Tower, but it's not lit up because it was too dark, because they do turn off the lights between certain hours. It was rainy that night, but it was warm. Like, it's kind of humid and warm, which is nice because it wasn't cold rain, obviously. Some cool photos. Went out for our first walk the next morning. It says 1:49 p.m., but I think it was like 5 a.m. there.
It's 8 hours backwards.
Okay, 8 hours backwards.
It's actually 6.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we were just walking around the neighborhood we were staying in. We were staying in an area called Shimbashi, which I kind of liked that we stayed in Shimbashi because it was not touristy at all. It was like businessmen, hotels, and izakayas. There was only like one touristy restaurant near where we were. What was what? The British one. It was like a Japanese British pub. So this was like an early morning walk because we didn't sleep that long the first night. Erica didn't sleep at all. Cool buildings. I was just like, you know, first time in a new country because I've only been to the States and Canada. So everything was exciting to me. Architecture, cars, traffic. Oh yeah, and then we went to the Tsukiji fish market, which is no longer like the official fish market. It's definitely become like a touristy thing, but they've got all these shops where we were there really early, so some of them weren't even open yet. These pictures look like Toronto on steroids. You'll see it's a lot different than Toronto. And so we tried a couple things. Erica got this tamagoyaki, which is like grilled sweet soy sauce based omelet thing. It's good. Cool moody black and white photo. Vending machines everywhere. I took photos of vending machines anywhere we could. Lots of coffee. I learned that they have a Coca-Cola Plus there, which is not like Coca-Cola with extra, what do you call it, like caffeine or whatever. I'm just gonna switch to the face camera for a second. Like extra caffeine or whatever. It's actually got whatchamacallit, fiber in it because there's so little fiber in the diet in Japan that they need to supplement it. Another vending machine. This one was just like hot coffees. So it would like brew you a coffee. Another vending machine. Lots of water. Water was nice and cheap there. Suntory is like one of their big drink brands. They do everything from whiskey to tea to like, I'm sure Suntory is the company that makes the match drink. We got onigiri. It was like fresh made onigiri. It was warm. It had like a nice, I think it was like a grilled salmon filling. Erica's missing it. Oh yeah, I took a photo of that because it's like ginza in it.
Sent it to Vaughn.
We sent it to Vaughn, yeah, because we thought it was funny. This is inside Don Quixote, which is like a chain discount store in Japan. The locals call it Donkey. That was so cool. Just so much stuff in there, like crazy. Oh yeah, I translated this to make sure there's match again. Vitamins, caffeine. Yeah. Saw a motorcycle, thought it looked out of place, so I took a photo of it. So this is like up here is the train line, one of them, and underneath, like everywhere you go, it's just all restaurants and shops, and They looked delicious. We didn't actually go to any of them. We went to one bar that was underneath the train. Lots of these cool, like, you're walking along and then there's just kind of like these dark stairs that go down to restaurants. And they're all, like, delicious. Another restaurant that's closed during the day because people are working and they're getting ready for the evening when everybody goes out and eats. Another one of these down the stairs, cramped into a cool bar or restaurant. Here's kind of like a down the street view of how there's all these places. This was only the 2nd of October, like the first day, basically. Wow. Bic Camera, another famous electronics store. I saw this cool building. I just thought it looked so, like, retro. Took a few photos of it. Black and white. But it already, like, this photo's in color. The building looks like it's black and white.
It was October 3rd for us.
October 3rd for us. Okay. No worries, Riker. See you soon. So I think we were walking around, at this point, we were walking around the park slash palace. And there's a lot of, like, business buildings there, but, like, I saw this door. It was so cool. Like, I want to know what that is. Like, is it a secret bar or something? Like, oh yeah, there's, like, the moat for the castle, for the palace. Green tea ice cream. I can't remember who this guy is, but he's, like, really famous in Japanese history. Some sort of warrior. These trees were really cool. I think these are evergreen trees, too. I don't think they lose their leaves in the winter. More vending machines. I'm surprised I haven't seen the drink that I was going to, Erica posing, that I was going to make a big deal about. Oh, yeah. About the guy, the samurai. This guy. This horse. Oh yeah, I got this canned coffee, which was really good, but like a quarter of the way through drinking it, I realized I had artificial sweetener, so I couldn't finish it. Erica got these, they're like M&Ms. They were really good. Meiji makes good stuff, chocolate stuff. Our view sitting in the park.
You should say they're like Smarties.
They're like Smarties, okay.
We're Canadian.
Yeah. This is like the entrance to the palace. They have guards standing there. Take pictures of the ironwork. Everyone just walking around the palace. Sideways photo, more sideways photos. That's us at the gate. Oh yeah, there's like a guard standing at the gate of the palace. You can't go in this way, but you can go into the palace area there. Let's see. More touristy photos. That's pretty. Their grass was like immaculately taken care of. Just the way Japanese people take care of nature and incorporate it into the city is just so nice. Me away. Are most of these from our phones? Wow, these are good quality photos. I haven't really looked at them on a big screen. Yeah, so this was like the other side of like the palace property. They had like a garden you could walk through. I was feeling sick. Started feeling sick. And so I got this lemon vitamin C drink. And it was so good. Again, Suntory. And cheap, too. It's like... No, where's the match? Yeah, I know. I need to have more of that. Their drinks were just so cheap. It was like $1.50 for a drink, whereas here it's like you're spending at least $2.50.
Well, it's funny because we were obsessed with the match for like the first 2 days.
Yeah.
And then we realized all the like other drinks. And I don't think we ever had another match.
Yeah. Creepy spiders. They had huge spiders there.
But apparently they were harmless.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
This big wall is like the foundation. Yeah, just so many good ones. Like, I would find one, I'm like, I'm just gonna drink this, and then I realized wait, there's a whole bunch of other ones I want to try. So I had to try them, and when I go back, I'm gonna try so many more. So this wall is the foundation of an old palace building that burnt down. This is me. It's huge. The blocks are massive. Wait, if I go full screen, better? A little bit better. I don't like the way it swipes. And I go back out of full screen. Not that bigger. Okay. So I'm a watch guy. I took one watch to Japan, and it was like my Casio World time because I could see Vancouver time and Tokyo time at the same time. Just my little nerding out over watches. I wanted to buy a watch in Japan, and I didn't. Disappointed myself. Even if it just had been like a, JDM Casio. But Erica took a photo of this butterfly because it's in Animal Crossing. The blue bottle, whatever it's called. Very beautiful. Did I catch that Pokemon?
Trees are so cool.
Yeah. First Godzilla that we saw. He's not that big, but I really like the detail of this Godzilla statue. It was like overwhelming because we wanted to walk and see so much stuff, and then we would get hungry and not like be intimidated by not knowing where to go, because one, I would have to try and speak Japanese. So we went to our first like sushi place, which now I can't remember what it's called. Is it here? Yeah, Sushi Zanmai. Took a photo of this because it's like a savory custard that's got like broth in it, and Erica really liked it, and it's got mushrooms. It was really good.
I'm a picky eater.
Yeah. And then so they got the classic, sushi bar. Took photos of strangers. We got this sushi set, which was really good. And cheap too. It was like $11.
This was under the train, right?
This was under the train, yeah. The whole place vibrated every time the train went by. Oh, that looks so good. Green tea served with everything. I loved these big buildings that had just multiple pieces to it and so much going on. Oh yeah, another like alleyway restaurant shop. Do you want me to scoot over a little bit so you can get in?
No, I'm good now.
Okay. I don't know why I took a photo of that.
This is the very steak.
This is the very steak. Big cut of steak. Oh yeah, we took photos of some funny translations. Another alleyway. The other thing that amazed me with Japan was all their bicycles are just sitting there. Nobody locks things up because nobody steals things. Well, nobody steals bicycles. I think tourists get stolen from. Luckily, that didn't happen to us. But oh, there's that photo again. In the elevator of our hotel. This was in that touristy bar, the British Japanese bar. This was cool. It's like a saxophone that has a beer tap out of it.
They leave the bikes out as bait for tourists.
They leave all their liquor on the counter, which is illegal here because people will just grab the bottle and start drinking from it. They had all of their they really like whiskey in Japan, but this bar had more American whiskey than I'm used to seeing there. I got a beer, which was not very good. I should have known better. It wasn't a Japanese bar. Those fries were good. The chicken was okay. As far as food went, this was the most mediocre stuff we had the whole time. Okay, so this next photo I'm going to click on is our room. And you'll see how small it is. Tiny. This is not even a queen size bed. This is just a full. And so it looks really messy because it's just we had to try and fit all of our stuff in there. Erica's outfit. Okay, there we go. There's a daytime view from our hotel room. I did ask months in advance. I said I sent a message to the hotel saying, "Hey, this is for our honeymoon. Could you please give us a room with a view? And so they did. This was nice because we were up on one of the top floors. I think there was only 2 floors above us. And it was really nice to be able to see Tokyo Tower from the hotel. Walking around our neighborhood, another hotel view. Erica really liked these crows because they're so big. They're almost as big as ravens, but they've got these crazy big beaks. And there's almost never any trash on the street. Like, the streets are very clean, except for this is like early in the morning. It says 1:37 p.m., but it's like 8 hours earlier. And they have their stuff out on the street from the businesses cleaning up from the night before, getting ready for the next night. So that's the only time you ever see trash on the streets, right before it gets picked up. This was the platform for the Yamanote line, which was the train we took the most while we were there because it kind of does a big, huge loop around like the most touristy neighborhoods of Tokyo. I'm in love with their transit. The fact that they have these things, these doors, keeps you safe. Got cool advertisements. Everything is like, they've got sound effects, like they've got bird sound effects, nature sound effects. This again was like an early morning on a touristy party street. 6:30 in the morning. Oh wow, yeah. Where was this? This was about this photo. I'm just gonna look and see if it tells me where it was. No.
Pretty sure it should.
Yeah. Okay. That's another inside of another donkey. All their Kit Kats, which we brought back so many. We bought every flavor we could find. Spent too much money there. Tarantula. You want to eat tarantula? Oh, that's not. The store sold some interesting things. That's how many steps I walked on the biggest day. Oh yeah, every station has like lockers where you could put things in. And because it's like kind of hard to lug around bags and luggage, so we rented a locker and it was pretty cheap. It was like less than $10 and we left it there for like hours and it's nice and safe. So I took photos of where it was so I wouldn't lose it. Maybe it was cheaper than that.
The stations are huge.
800 yen for the big locker. The stations are huge, yeah.
And that was for 24 hours. But we only used it for a couple hours.
Yeah, Shibuya. Oh yeah, you were right, Shibuya.
I know what I'm about.
Yeah. Ramen, the first ramen we had, we went to the chain. The biggest chain there, which is called, already forgotten. Ichiran, yeah. It was delicious. They give you these little booths. Eric and I were sitting side by side, but you can just have like your own little booth. This curtain opens up and they give you the ramen through the curtain. They say a bunch of things like, you know, thank you for eating here, bless you, all that kind of stuff, and then wish you a good meal. And yeah, it was so good. I just dream about it. And then matcha. We had matcha every day. And this was like touristy, expensive matcha. I'm sure there was like cheaper stuff that the locals drank, but this was really good. The matcha Tokyo. I think this is still Shibuya. We went up to like a rooftop park kind of thing. Oh yeah, and then this is back at Tokyo Tower. We walked around it. We didn't go up. Because we were trying not to do things that were like too touristy. I tried matcha once and found it tasted sort of fishy. Is that me or maybe the brand I had? So matcha, there are, yeah, different grades of matcha. And also it has to be fresh. Like I have matcha, but it's pretty old, so it's not really bright green anymore. And there's just different ways that it can be produced. So yeah, you probably just the brand that you had.
Definitely should not be fishy.
Shouldn't be fishy. Sometimes it can taste vegetal, and sometimes it can taste oceany a little
Oh.
bit. Yeah, only a little bit though. It's not supposed to taste fishy.
Oh.
More Tokyo Tower photos. Park
It
we
was
were in.
so hot.
Yeah, it was like 32 degrees every day. Tokyo Tower on the side there. That's cool. Like seaweed almost. Yeah, so it can taste a little bit like seaweed. Thanks.
Hey, you said nice photo.
Oh. I mean, all the photos you took with this, with that app look so good. The Fuji app? Is that what you used?
No, I used laps.
Oh, you used Laps. Yeah, Laps does a good job. That's a nice photo.
I also have a good eye.
Yeah. I'm just surprised how well our old phones take photos still. I just took photos of anything I found interesting. Nice. Just the aesthetic, the buildings, the energy. I like how you're dressed almost like Parisian in front of
Thanks,
the...
yeah.
Was that your
Yes.
intention? Nice. Cute little photo shoot.
I had like a photo I was going for and I never got it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have like something I could like demonstrate. I should start taking photos of you,
Yeah,
and then I can show you exactly what I want.
sure. Yeah. Fun fact about Tokyo Tower, it is actually taller than the Eiffel Tower by like 9 feet or something. And it's cute, yeah. I wish we had gone up it though. We were trying not to do super touristy things and just kind of explore on our own.
Can I say something in a first? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
Oh, I'll refrain.
Definitely didn't know Tokyo Tower was a thing. Yeah, Tokyo Tower was Erica just told me what she was gonna say that was inappropriate, and I still don't know if she should say it on stream, so I got to learn what she was gonna say. But anyways, Tokyo Tower was built originally as the what's it called? Like,
Radio station.
well, it was like the National Broadcast
Tower.
Tower. But I can't remember what the station is called. The Japanese broadcasting company. I follow them on Twitter or on YouTube, so I should be able to remember what they're called. But yeah, I can sacrifice some points for a gig at night. No, it's okay. The thing is, if it was just on Twitch, I would be okay with it. But for some reason, because I'm also streaming on YouTube, I feel weird about it.
It was basically a misunderstanding of something.
Of what Eiffel Tower meant. Erica thought it was like...
Okay, so there was this post and or like tweet thing. It was on Threads. Someone was like, "What's your dream Eiffel Tower?" And I was thinking, well, like it's really pretty at night when it's all lit up, and like sparkles, and like they've put the Olympic rings on it. So like that's cute. Like, what do you mean dream Eiffel Tower? Like it's fine as it is.
At least Nick gets it, though. So... yeah.
Anyway, I opened the comments and I realized that I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah. Back to Japan. One of the things I really liked, back to the nature aspect of how they take care of their parks and stuff, is I'm not religious or whatever, but in their parks they would have these little shrines and they would be really well taken care of, and they were just so beautiful, and they would be in a park or just like down an alleyway. But the fact that they take the time to take care of these spaces just means so much. And some of them would have like bottles of tea that people leave as offerings, and I was gonna say tributes and sacrifices. That's not the right.
I sacrificed
my
this tea.
Yeah. Again, I was just taking so many photos of like architecture
There was
and
a video.
streets. Oh, this was a video? What? A crow.
Oh. We were obsessed with getting videos of these crows to send to my dad. Oh, he scratched himself.
Another temple. Temples were everywhere. They were also beautiful. You could just walk in, get your fortune, or smell the
Pray.
incense, pray. It was so nice.
And people would be like commuting, is that the word?
Yeah.
And then they just like stop in, kneel, pray, and then leave.
Yeah. And it was, I don't know what it is about, I'm not that well educated on it, but the religion in Japan, is it Buddhism? No,
Yeah.
is it
Shinto?
Shinto, yeah. They were. It just feels nicer to me than how we approach religion in North America.
Mm.
More respectful of oneself and each other. That's all I will say. The locals watching Erica recording the crops. Yeah. Cool artwork. And like this was, I have a story to tell about this place. But this was like a building that was like new, high end. There was like office on the top, and then like the bottom half was like restaurants and stores.
Something Hills.
On
A T.
Toronomiya.
Um,
Toronomiya Hills. And I'll tell a story about it once we get to, I think we have more photos of it. Again, alleyways. Oh yeah, we went to this bar, and there were a couple locations, but there was one only a few blocks from our hotel. And it was called the Perfect Beer Kitchen. And they had this whole thing. Oh, Sander, thank you so much for the sub. I'm sorry, I just made this scene, and I forgot to add alerts. But thank you so much for the sub, Sander. 53 months is insane. Thank you so much for the support. We're just going through photos from our honeymoon in Japan.
I don't even feel 53 months old.
Yeah, me neither. I feel like 3 months old. This bar was very close to our hotel, and it was called the Perfect Beer Kitchen. And in Japan, they have a whole thing about liking a certain amount of foam on the top of their beer. So that was like the perfect pour. And they would have this whole system, and their menu would have like, you could get blends like half and half or different kinds of beer. Or you could just order a 100% foam beer if you wanted. I should have done that too. That would have been fun. Here's one of the ones I ordered. We went there 2 or 3 times because it was like a hole in the wall. It was a tiny little bar, and they made like snacks there too.
They
like,
made amazing food.
yeah, the food was good. Another one of that beer. Erica ordered iced tea. Another beer. They have little lights on the bar so it shines through the beer. I didn't know that what's this called again?
Edamame.
Edamame goes so well with beer, and that's like one of the things they eat with beer in Japan. Edamame and beer.
Oh man.
This was like a rice ball that they fried, and it had tuna inside of it, and it was like marinated in some sort of soy sauce. It was so good. And then they topped it with my brain's just
Bonito.
Bonito, thank you. Erica's remembering what everything's called. Another beer. This was like a light beer with like a little bit of dark beer, and then like dark beer foam on top. It's good. That's me. It had mixed together, and I drank half of it.
And you can buy your bartender
A beer.
beer.
Yeah, so if you ring that bell, it buys your bartender a beer. And then on the top of the bar, I don't know if you can see it in any of these photos. No, I don't think it's anywhere here. But at the top of the bar, there was a golden bell, and if you rang that, it bought a beer for everyone in the bar. Yeah, these cool little buildings. I love them so much. Like, for me, the dream is to be able to buy like a tiny little apartment in Japan and just go there like 2 or 3 times a year. Just hang out.
Great advertising.
Yeah. This was a sriracha vending machine, which I really wish we had bought one from and brought home. Just their presentation of everything is so nice. Here everything looks like crap in comparison. The horse in the window is like a horse bar. We didn't even go in there.
We should have gone.
Well, one of our things was to try eating horse meat.
Yeah.
They probably served it there.
Sriracha vending machine would probably work here. You're right.
Yeah. See, I actually have a business idea for Canada and like major cities in Canada is we copy the Japanese vending machine system, where we have these vending machines that get refreshed multiple times a day. And like, this is a whole business idea. And then you have niche ones like Sriracha. It would do so well.
And you can have an app that has like a map of all the vending machines.
Yeah. And then you could do like a tap system. Like you could create your own card payment system just for the vending machines. And then of course you do partnerships like in Japan. It started out as a transit card, but you can literally use it for every vending machine, every convenience store.
Some of the bars take it.
The bars take it. Erica bought socks using hers. We went to this other bar. They wrote English on the menu because they were like, oh, they're white. This was, again, near-ish to our hotel. This was underneath. Although people over here are kind of... and would probably vandalize anything that was left outdoors.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I would just like to think that if you create a business and you take care of it and you present a feeling or like a standard that people will follow, you know? And maybe I'm thinking people are better than they are, but believe in the good of people too much. This was like a nautical themed bar. And it was pretty cool, but it was really busy and they sat us outside and it was underneath the trains and it was very loud.
But also, we spoke to them at first in English, and then they were kind of rude to us for the rest of the time. And then when we were paying, Gig spoke to them in Japanese, and then they just lit up and were like, they wanted to talk to you, and they were like super happy and like...
Yeah.
So it really made a difference if you made an effort to speak Japanese.
And that's, I mean, I learned that very early on, and sometimes I'd be tired and I would forget my Japanese, and I would even forget the basic like, hi, table for two kind of thing, right? But yeah, and they weren't rude. It's kind of like they were just standoffish. They had a guard up.
They forgot about us out there. We had to go inside.
Yeah.
Get anything.
Order. This was calamari. It was very interesting. And everything has like a raw egg, which was delicious. It makes their dips and their sauces like creamy. Is this another temple or something? I don't know. We took a photo of that. Another
every night.
Shampoo Erica got that she really liked. I was still sick at this point, and I was really enjoying from the convenience stores these shots. They weren't very big, and they had 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. They were delicious. They were carbonated. They were tart but sweet at the same time. The contrast to Quebec City. I've never been to Quebec City. I've only been to Montreal. Just like the convenience store sandwiches are somehow amazing. And it's just like small, cheap, delicious. It's like people are always like, why is everyone in Japan not overweight? It's because they don't eat large amounts. The food isn't necessarily that much healthier.
And they walk everywhere.
But it was super rainy when we went on this walk.
This was this was a really rainy day. And this is when we learned not to wear raincoats.
Yeah.
This was a Venetian themed garden. It was so weird. There was like Italian statues everywhere.
Yeah. But we learned pretty quickly. We were like, why is everyone using umbrellas and nobody uses raincoats, right? Because in North America, if it's raining, yeah, you have an umbrella in the city maybe, but if you're moving around a lot, you just put a raincoat on. And it's because of the humidity. It's so humid in Japan or in Tokyo that
you're wet.
You just get trapped in this raincoat that doesn't breathe. Oh man, I was in Montreal but went down to Quebec City for a show. Got to the door and the person at the entrance spoke to me in French. I replied in French. She replied in English. Yeah, there were a couple times in Japan like that where I would try to speak Japanese and then they would respond in English because they could tell I was struggling or I didn't say it the right way or whatever, right?
The one time I tried to order in Japanese, they didn't understand me and they just brought me water.
Yeah, she tried to ask for tea and they brought her water. Oh, this place was so good. So I took this photo when we were on a walk because I was like, I want to eat here. And then we didn't end up eating there for like probably 4 or 5 days later. So we'll come back to that because I'm pretty sure we have photos. another shrine just like squeezed between two buildings in the city. And like taken care of. And like who takes care of these shrines, right? Oh, red bean. I love red bean. Japanese is so hard to learn as it's highly different to any Germanic language. Okay, it's definitely hard because it's a different alphabet. Well, there's 3 alphabets you have to learn, and some of them have like 1,000 characters in it or more. But the format of Japanese is pretty simple in terms of like you don't conjugate too much. You don't necessarily have like genders for objects like in French and German. But yeah, I quite like. I'm still learning Japanese and I'm just using Duolingo, but I want to find another like another way to learn it and maybe study with somebody. But yeah. So far, I'm not really great at languages. I know English. I was in French immersion until in kindergarten and part of grade 1, and then I took French from grade 1 to 5. No, from grade 5 to 11, and then I took Japanese for grade 11. So I had spent a lot of time learning French. I can't speak French. I found it so difficult. I tried learning a little bit of German. I don't really remember any of it.
Entschuldigung.
Entschuldigung. Junge is boy.
Frau.
Frau, yeah, just basic things like that. And then Erica's learning Italian, and she's enjoying it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot like Spanish. It's like Spanish and French had a baby.
Yeah.
Like how are you is como está.
Yeah.
In Spanish it's como está. It's like very similar.
So red bean. Red bean is in everything in Japan.
It's so yummy.
It's delicious. It's a dessert. Or it can be sweet. It can be not so sweet. I love it, and I'm keen to go back just for that. This was chocolate Erica got from the convenience store. I think she got this a few times because it was good.
And it was the surprise what dinosaur you were gonna get.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we would guess.
Crunky.
That was good.
That was good too.
Like crispy rice.
Yeah. I don't know if you liked that or not.
No.
I think I ate the rest of it. The canned coffee was so good. Another one of these vitamin C drinks that I was obsessed with when I was sick. Oh. They had these like hand rolls at the convenience store that were rolled in a way with plastic so that the seaweed didn't touch the rice until you unwrapped it. So it kept the seaweed crispy, and it was amazing, and they're cheap. They're like $1. Whereas I can go to a fancy restaurant in Vancouver that makes these fresh, and it's like, I get maybe 6 of them, and it's like $50. We were watching while I was stuck in bed, sick, we were watching some anime.
This weird sculpture.
Yeah, we were walking around, and we found this building with cool sculptures around it, and this was like a human centipede sculpture for some reason. This giant cuckoo clock thing was designed by Hayao Miyazaki. We didn't get to see it go off, but it was beautiful. Go off gang?
Go off king.
Oh, go off king. He said go off gang. More moat.
I think that was just downloaded at the wrong time. Like,
Yeah, it's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Thor, I loved all the palms, and there was like a mixture of tropical and like whatever it's called, like evergreen plants. So the mixture of the flora was really interesting to me. I was trying to find cold medicine. So my Japanese friend was sending me like what to get. Just details. Like we don't take care of, we don't design things the same way here. Cool little tiny apartment buildings. Like I would own a 200 square foot apartment here. I would live there. Wouldn't be able to stream because I wouldn't have enough space, but I would live there.
You could live stream on your phone.
Yeah, that's true. 7-Elevens everywhere. I don't know. Because I'd never been to a city outside of North America. The drinking culture in Japan was really interesting because people would buy these highballs were very popular. Suntory highball, they had Jim Beam highball, like for $2.30 or less than that, $2 Canadian. Like I don't even know if I can buy a single can of beer here of this size for $2. But you'd see people walking around at 8 a.m., walking through the train station drinking one of these. Saw that in Kyoto.
But nobody was ever belligerent or
Drunk on the street.
yeah.
I don't think we saw any of that. But again, we were only there for 2 weeks and we were tourists, so we might have been somehow sheltered from it. Cup noodles, they had a huge selection just at the convenience store and they were so good. Curry one was delicious. Halls, Japanese halls, cool. Takoyaki, we walked down the street, found a random takoyaki shop. It was delicious. These were so good from 7-Eleven. It was just like a snack. I ate the whole thing, 354 calories in one sitting. More candy. Me sick, trying to still go out. This is the 6th. I was still kind of sick. Oh, taiyaki, which is like, it's kind of like a waffle. It's put in like a sea bream shaped fish iron and filled with the red bean paste. But you could get it with chocolate filling or custard filling. I thought I was gonna die from eating so much when we were visiting Vancouver. If I went to Japan, I'd end up hospitalized. Well, they probably got better hospital care than here. Oh, this was so good, this taiyaki. And it was fresh and hot. As you can tell, I really liked it. I took so many photos of it. We went for a walk at night through this park. It was just beautiful, like well lit. See the skyline.
There were so many couples there. So cute.
Yeah. And felt safe, like for the most part. Like I used to feel like there was no part of Vancouver proper, that I could just walk around any time of day and feel like I would feel safe, right? Now is not the case. There are parts of Vancouver that I do not feel safe in, even during the day. But Tokyo was a different story. I'd walk around any time of day and wasn't scared at all. Chill out. This was translation on my Google Lens. Contains relaxation support ingredients. I want to try that next time. Because it was in a lot of the vending machines. There's more cold medicine. Oh yeah, I got a really cool translation here on my app. Mom, aren't you tired? I'll pretend to be crazy and give you some cup noodles. 39-year-old female. Thought it was hilarious. More medicine. Because I wanted to still walk around and enjoy it, but I just felt like I had like body aches and sore throat went away after a couple days, but it just felt crappy. I got some masks though because I wanted to be, considerate of people around me. Okay, another inappropriate thing from Donkey. There's the other Godzilla that we saw. Where's this? Is this Shibuya as well?
It must be. Or Shinjuku.
Shinjuku. And then next is going to be the drink. This became the drink of the trip. Pocari Sweat. I don't know why. It's so delicious. It's just basically like their Gatorade, but it tastes like grapefruit. Again. And it's not as sweet. And it actually felt like it was hydrating me.
It was the only thing that felt hydrated.
Yeah.
Even like drinking water, this Pocari was way better.
There's Gojiro again. Gojiro. Every hour or whatever, he blows fire. Breathes.
Fire.
He blows it. It's a view. We were gonna try and go up to Godzilla, but you have to pay. We didn't feel like doing that. This is like a party town. Went on another walk. Is this Tokyo or is this? Yeah, this is Tokyo, right? Cool canals in Tokyo. Cool architecture. Like this feels like an evil villain lair building to me. filters. Again, like this sliver of an apartment building. Like it feels like each person might get a floor.
Yeah.
You know? Or there's 2 per floor. I think there's a divider there. There's 2 per floor. But still, that's just insane to me. Why don't we build more stuff like that here? Rainbow Bridge, which is white during the day and lit up rainbow at night. Rainbow. It's lit up rainbow. We took a train over it. So we had our train passes. We're just like, why not? Let's take the train right over Rainbow Bridge. It goes underneath it. It's really cool. Nice views of the bay. And this was kind of like an industrial slash apartment building kind of area that we were kind of exploring here when we found Rainbow Bridge. Going back over the bridge. Is it? Oh, nothing.
An accident.
Going back over the bridge. Because we went over and then went right back over. More bridge photos. Yeah, there were a few days when it rained, but most of the time it was really nice weather. I love this, like, going, the tunnel going, I don't even know where that goes.
But it's like a freeway entrance.
Yeah. Iced cocoa. How was that?
It was chocolate milk.
Oh, nice.
Like, iced cocoa? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really try it. Okay, the photo that I had mentioned earlier, where I took a photo of, like, the sandwich board outside, and it was, like, a restaurant I really wanted to try. This was, like, that was on the 3rd or something, or the 4th. This is on the 7th. And we had it that day. It was so good. I don't have words. I don't have words. A lot of photos look like they were taken on a film camera.
That's me. That's my app.
Erica has an app called Lapse that you take the photos and then it develops them. So you have to actually wait to see the photos. But yeah, I really like the filter that it uses. So delicious. It was basically just fresh fish on rice, and the rice was seasoned perfectly. So good. Don Maru. It was $13 for 2. Sparkling water, and this was like lemon flavored, but it was insane how carbonated it was.
It was too carbonated.
It was
hurt.
so good. More cold medicine. More cold medicine. I didn't take all of this. It was me trying to research to find the best one.
Red bean bun.
The red bean bun with margarine paste. Oh yeah, we kept seeing these hummingbirds. But we thought they were hummingbirds, but they're actually hawk moths. So they're moths, but they're hummingbirds. It's very strange. Oh yeah, these crackers. Erica was obsessed with these vanilla and chocolate crackers. This is Tokyo Station, which looks kind of like unassuming on the outside. Like, it's a beautiful building. Big. But underneath, there's like 4 or 5 levels of shopping and transit. Rainy again. I don't know if these photos, they say they're in order, but some of them, I don't know, I'm remembering it differently. I bought a bag of these snacks and they're so good. Oh yeah, this was us waiting for the bullet train. They have a bunch of different kinds of bullet trains. I think we were on one that looked like this.
Mm-hmm.
This was beautiful, this one. The Shinkansen. We know someone who is just getting back from a trip to Japan right now, actually. Aiden.
Oh.
Aiden went back. And I just love, again, it's just like this care to detail. And it's like the way they operate their transit staff. Like, they've got the transit staff walking around, they've got white gloves on, and they're doing their security checks, but they all look like they're just going like it's just weird gestures, but I don't know, it just feels, it's normal for them, magical for me. So many train videos. This is us on the train. So we're at this point on the 8th So this is we're in our second week there. I guess it's the 9th in Japan dates. We're heading north, and we're gonna go about an hour north to Ryokan, which at Ryokan is like a traditional Japanese inn, and the one that we went to is like a bathhouse ryokan, so like an onsen ryokan. The other cool thing about the train station for the Shinkansen, the bullet train, is on the platform they've got these shops every so often, and they sell ekiben, which is bento for eki, which is train station. So train station bento boxes, and you're only allowed to eat, like it's bad form to eat on transit except for the bullet trains. So we bought a couple of bento boxes. Erica got one that looked like the bullet train, which was so cute. And she kept it, and she's using it to keep makeup in now. Taking photos. She got an Ion Water, which is basically like a slightly less sweet Pocari Sweat. It's the same company. Taking photos of her bento. Inside, it's for kids, so it's like pretty basic bento, but it's good.
It was yummy.
It was yummy. Mine was like sukiyaki with an egg, and then there was another meat and noodles and rice and bean sprouts and broccoli of some sort or whatever. What's that? Colored green, something like that. But it was just, you'd think it's like preserved food, but it's so good, and it's relatively healthy other than probably the salt content. This was Otsunomiya? Otsunomiya Station. This was the station that we took the bullet train to. And then we had to catch a bus again for like, because the train was like an hour, but we're going like 200 kilometers an hour. And then we had to take a bus, just like a regular city town transit bus, for another hour pretty much to take us to this small town, Mashiko, that we went to. That's like farming and pottery. Those are like their two main things that they do there. So we were walking through this like pretty small town, lots of, rice fields and stuff, some selfies, grapes growing, wheat, I'm guessing. Do lots of farming. It's just amazing. Walking alongside, we walked for probably about 20 minutes to get to the hotel, and this is the lobby of the hotel. Beautiful. They sell like local pottery and some what's it called, souvenirs and snacks and stuff. So this was like earlier in the day. It says 10:19, but it's actually 2 p.m. We were waiting to check in because I think check-in was at 2 p.m. This was our room. We got a traditional Japanese room. We could have gotten a Western style room if we wanted to, but we decided to go with the traditional one because we were in Japan. And it was beautiful. Sleeping on the floor was really comfortable. Great. Like, this is how it looked when we walked in. And they've got these amazing sliding paper doors. And I'll show you what's on the other side of those doors in a moment. Just like the little details. In these bathhouse hotels, the ryokan, they give you a robe called a yukata. And they're usually either for the summer or when you're at a bathhouse. So they're made of like lighter materials like cotton or linen. And so they just give you one to use while you're there. And they're really comfortable. And the idea is that you just wear it while you're there because you might go use the onsen whenever. So you don't have to walk around in your clothes. You're basically just walking around in a robe.
And you can like go to dinner.
You can go to dinner in it. Some of them are not like that.
Yeah.
Ours was. So you kind of have to, see what people are doing and see if it's okay to walk around and go to eat dinner. Because some of the fancier ones, they don't want you wearing your robe at dinner. We got a welcome snack, green tea, and these are, I think they're hot spring crackers. They were delicious, like everything there.
Like the roads were like immaculate.
Yeah, really good shape. And they were always working on them, and they would do all the work at night when nobody was around. And somehow it was not loud. Tea, love green tea. Me and my yukata. This is the view. It's blurry. The view from the back of our room, because we had a private patio with our own bath. So this is our own hot spring fed bath, which was super comfortable and just really, I don't know why the quality is so bad. Really, I don't know, really peaceful. Felt like I was in a movie, like an anime. We watched Spirited Away while we were staying there.
I remember that.
Yeah. This was the pottery that they sold in the lobby. Beautiful handmade stuff. I wish we had gotten some stuff there, but it would have been risky taking it back. The luggage. This was dinner. So included in our stay was dinner and breakfast. I could have sworn I heard you say baname. Probably. Bananame.
Bananame.
Bananame. Yep. This was delicious. Like, I will go back. Like, I'm sure a lot of the hotels are like this, but I want to go back just to this one because I want to re-experience this again. They give you like a set menu. The challenge is trying to eat everything because it's, you know, kind of bad form not to finish your food there. But like the fresh fish and the hot pots were just so good. Everything was nice, small portions. That's one of the hot pots.
That salmon was the best salmon I've ever had.
Yeah, it was good. I was still a little bit sick, so I wasn't able, like, my taste wasn't like, you know when you're kind of sick and like, it's like you can still taste things, but unless it's really salty, you can't really enjoy it. Oh, so good. Oh, the food. Food never ended. Like, how delicious it was never ended. That's dessert. It was like kind of like a sweet spiced cake. This guy looks like he's got hanging out. The escalator up to our room had a beautiful ceiling. Decorations. Our futons on the floor were super comfortable. Oh yeah, I think this is just like trying to map out transit back. Another view from the back of our hotel. Another bath the next morning. Breakfast. Again, was just like so delicious and like endless. It just felt like there was so much food. More bath. I think we had a bath before breakfast and after breakfast. This is the Utsunomiya station. When we were...
No,
Oh, is that
this is
Mashiko Station? When we were leaving the hotel, we got a taxi back. We didn't walk like we walked there. We got a taxi back, and the guy didn't speak English, the taxi driver, but he was so nice. He tried so hard to make sure we went to the right place because he knew, like, I was able to tell him where we were going. But he noticed, he parked his taxi after he dropped us off, and he noticed that we were waiting at the wrong bus stop. So he came out and he was like, no, you're over here. So that was nice.
He waited until we left to leave.
Yeah, he waited for us. It was so kind. This is a bullet train station. There's so many tracks. Us on the train back. I just love everything about it. I want to go back so bad. Another dinosaur chocolate. Yeah. More walking around. This was the convenience store attached to our hotel. Like beer, coffee, tea, sports drinks, energy drinks, juice. It never ends. Like, that's just one wall. There was a heated one for hot tea. Oh, this is in Kyoto.
No, that's Asakusa.
Oh, that's Asakusa? I thought we only got this in Kyoto.
No.
Oh, Asakusa. Right, Asakusa. I got getting it mixed up. We also got something to see in Kyoto as well, right? Yeah, that's why I'm getting it mixed up. This was so good. Like, this wasn't even sweet. This was just unsweetened, and it was delicious. So this is Asakusa. It's like a very touristy temple. I think it's the oldest. This is the oldest standing temple in Tokyo, something like that. Very busy, but beautiful. People dressed up traditionally and walking around, and this giant lantern. They have incense burning, smells really nice. It's not abrasive, like, or intrusive kind of smelling. It's just kind of in the background. That's the incense is burning in the over here.
The guy on the right.
Yeah, he looks so unimpressed. And then off to the side here, you can actually get your fortune. You put a 100 yen coin in, and it's just kind of like an honor system. Like, you could just take it if you wanted to, but you can just put the coin in, and then you get your fortune, which, like, there's this cylinder, metal cylinder with sticks in it, and you shake it, and then a stick will come out, and then corresponding to the number on the stick, you get your fortune from the wall. And then you read your fortune, and they have it in a bunch of different languages. So we did our fortune at a few different, what are these called? Temples. I have so many photos. Pair of Oh, dango. This is like a mochi on a stick. And then flavored with toppings. So the one on the right is red bean. And the one on the left is called, oh, what is it called? I've forgotten what it's called in Japanese.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
So the reflection of your pant leg looks like a deformed dog,
Oh.
and then the reflection of my leg looks like a pink version of the alien in Alien. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, so good. And this was like a warm one too. It's fresh. Okay. More walking around. Still Asakusa? So,
Yeah.
We were just exploring. It's very touristy. We wouldn't hang out too long around the really touristy places because they weren't that different from the non-touristy places. They just had a more concentration of like bars and stuff.
And
And
there are more people.
more people and more expensive. I knew things would be more expensive in these areas. Hooters in Ginza, which is like a high-end shopping district, so I thought it was funny that there was a Hooters there. Another evil villain building. Another taiyaki, but a different shape, like a different style. This one was
This one was crispy.
like crispy, yeah. And I didn't think the dough or the breading or whatever was as good. It wasn't as sweet, didn't have as much flavor. An old train at the Shimbashi station. More hotel pictures. More hotel photos. Hotel.
I had to take a photo of my shoes for my grandma because she gave them.
Oh yeah. And then this was a whiskey bar again near our hotel. And the guy wasn't super friendly, but I think it was just because he didn't speak any English and he was intimidated, or like, it's a lot of work to have to communicate with somebody when you're working, you know? So I was just taking photos of like whiskey. They had cool whiskey bottle boxes.
Whiskey bottle box.
Whiskey bottle box. Me waiting for my whiskey. First one I got was Hibiki Suntory whiskey, which is basically like a standard Japanese whiskey. Eric took some photos of me smelling it, thinking about it. Second one I got was the Yamazaki 12-year-old, which was not cheap. I think it was probably like $30 for this. 1 ounce. This was the bar Delta. Pretty cool. They're always like hidden inside of a little business building. This was the Perfect Beer Kitchen again. They had really cute chopstick rests. Another Perfect Beer. Oh, the explanation on how to get your fortune. I don't know why it's sitting here. It's out of order. Now this is key. So, right?
I think it's a Ueno station.
Ueno Station? Keep expecting Kyoto to come up.
It'll be in this day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we were waiting to get the train. We could get early tickets. Still recovering. I remember feeling a little bit sick still on this day, but starting to feel better. Crazy how much it affected me.
This was when I gave up trying to look conservative. I always tried to keep my shoulders covered because I know that's kind of frowned upon. But it was so hot. I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. More temple stuff, like just beautiful shrines and old history. Old history.
Old history.
I think they did say something about one of these buildings had burnt down and then they rebuilt it.
Yeah, like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's cool. It's beautiful parks. So this is Ueno Park then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they warned us about, like, I heard people saying, I don't know who they is, but people saying, like, watch out for the homeless people in Ueno Park. I saw 2 people and they were not,
Just chilling.
they were just chilling. They were not the same kind of homeless people I'm used to here. What happens is, if people get a fortune and they want it to come true, they will tie it to these fences. Cool tree that's been bent to look through at another temple. Water fountain. I think this one's crossed off. Oh, I just realized that's a thing. Yeah, people will write their wishes and dreams and stuff about their life. Put it here too. Park. This is
That wall was so important to me at the time, and now I can't remember what it was
Oh.
for.
this is all like this is water under here. So these are aquatic plants. It's a big pond. Another temple. This we would see businessmen come in and just do their thing, pray, and go to work. They leave green tea there for the shrine. I'm obsessed with the Shinkansen. It's true. Another bento.
That was my favorite one.
Eki Ben. The inside. Ooh, that was
Conger eel.
conger eel and
Clams.
clams. So good. I think I got like sushi. This is on the way to Kyoto. I'm gonna kind of skip ahead because I've been going through these photos for so long. Our tickets. Let's marry. More views on the way to Kyoto. It's like an almost 3-hour train trip. Oh, this is in Kyoto. Did I miss the pictures of... Oh yeah, that's Mount Fuji. So apparently it's really rare to not see... Like, it's really rare to see Mount Fuji without clouds. So we were kind of lucky that we got to see the top of it. So then, arriving in Kyoto. Kyoto's like some smaller city. It's different in terms of like where you walk on the side of the street, or like what side of the escalator you ride is different than Tokyo. There's a lot less English on their like transit signs and everything.
And there was
Kyoto.
no transit maps.
No, there were like no maps.
We like could not figure out where the heck we were supposed to go.
Yeah, I went to this Kyoto-based watch shop. I really wanted to buy a watch there, but I just didn't feel up to spending the money. More alleyways, just loved taking pictures. Cool little waterways in the middle of the city. Beautiful. Then we walked up through the city. There's like really well-preserved old parts of the city. This was a shrine or like a temple that was all pigs and boars. So everything was pigs everywhere. We walked through the old town. This is just crazy. It's all wood. Then we went up the mountain, like a little mountain, to see the statues. And then there's like a museum that you can walk through and take photos of the old buildings and the old gardens. And they have like shows and stuff there, which is interesting. And you can't actually take photos of the inside of some of these shrines because it's considered bad. And then they had a bamboo forest up here too, which was really cool. And it's really hard to get photos without people in them. So you can see I took photos like looking up. Photo of Erica with the bamboo.
Big never wanted any photos.
I need to get better at that. I need more photos of me. Oh, we went to go get, because Kyoto is known for its okonomiyaki. And I really like okonomiyaki, so we had to order like an appetizer. They had like a room there. But this was called, it was like an okonomiyaki adjacent. It wasn't actually okonomiyaki. Fetayaki, yeah. But it was delicious. No worries, Nick. What's this called again? Just mentioned it in a video we watched last night. Oh yeah, a ramen vending machine. This is crazy. Green tea, matcha.
This is where I got the socks, right?
Yeah, at this small. Then catching the train back from Kyoto. We're going 284 kilometers an hour was the fastest speed that I saw. Oh, and then again, near our hotel, there was just this hole-in-the-wall bagel shop that made amazing bagels. That was Erica's. That was mine.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
mine.
was yours. That was Erica's. That was mine. I don't know. Mine had, what are they called? The little green things. Papers. More matcha. Obsessed. So good. In this mall that we went to, there was a cool like free exhibit about Seiko watches and their movements. So this was like an actual projection through the watch movement. See it moving. So cool. I love their little vans and their apartment buildings. And their parks are just so well taken care of. No worries, Shadow King. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm glad you enjoyed the chill stream. I hope you get to join the next one. Have a good sleep. Oh, yeah. This was soba, which I want to make some soba soon. Soba soon?
Big was surprised that I liked it.
Well, just because Erica got the cold soba, and, you know, Erica's a bit texture sensitive, so... And then I got hot soba, which both of them were really good. Raw eggs and things, again, which somehow work really well. And we went here before we went to this other bar, because we had to eat before we went to go for more drinks. And this other bar was called Apollo Bar, or Bar Apollo. And it was just so cool. Like, you walk in, and it's very dimly lit. They've lit incense, so it's a little bit smoky. And it's just like one guy running the bar. And he, every time he makes a drink, he turns on this spotlight on the drink that he's making. And then as soon as he's done, he turns off the spotlight.
And we went there at 6 p.m. and it was empty.
Yeah. Only one other person came in while we were there, and it was this businessman. And he was just drinking these cocktails that I would not expect a businessman to drink. And then, yeah, Erica had a drink. She said it was like the best drink she's ever had. I had like just a basic highball, and it was the best highball I've ever had. It was really good. And then we went back to this, Toranomiya? I don't know, can't remember what it's called. Went to this bar called Memento Mori, which is a chocolate-based bar, a cacao-based bar. Really beautiful. Cool decor. Drinks were kind of expensive. Staff knew how to speak English, which was really interesting. Because not everywhere you went, so this was definitely more geared towards, like, maybe tourists. Drinks were pretty good, but I think they were overpriced for what they were. I got, like, a chocolate Vesper martini, and then a grasshopper, which is like a chocolate mint drink. But partway through our experience there, I did notice a cockroach on the table, on the bar, on the actual bar itself. It was like a baby cockroach. And Erica could tell I was like, something was wrong. I was kind of like, oh, something's not right. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'll tell you later. So as soon as we got out of the bar, I said, I saw a baby cockroach, and I got like kind of grossed out because everywhere in Tokyo was super clean. And then as soon as we step out of this high-end business building that has this bar in it. I tell her about this cockroach, and Erica's like, that's weird. And we look down, and Erica screams because there's this massive cockroach on the ground. And I told my family friend from Japan about it later, and her and her husband were just laughing because they thought it was hilarious that this high-end building obviously has a cockroach problem. Koronoman. You were very close. And then for that last weekend that we were there, our friend and her husband took us out a couple days, and we got some, Japanese staple breakfast fast food. It was delicious, simple, felt healthy, cheap. Sukiya was the restaurant. We went there 2 days in a row. It was so good. Then we went to the Tokyo Architectural Open Air Museum. So it was like historic buildings from Tokyo that they disassembled, moved outside of Tokyo because we were kind of just outside of the city, about an hour outside the city. And then they rebuilt them and made this outside museum. And they take care of these buildings, and they look so cool. Like, I'm pretty sure no nails are used in the construction of these buildings. It's all just wood. And this is like an old family home farmhouse. We have the like hibachi grill area where people sit around and make tea and make meals. Architecture is just insane. Oh yeah, old sewing machine. They basically had from a bunch of different eras. It was the whole Edo period. So that goes from like 16 something to like 19. When does it go? It goes like 16 something to like 1890 something. I can't remember. It's like not that long ago did the Edo period end. Just beautiful. The buildings with the houses with the roof, the tile roofs. My words are not working anymore. You'd have to take your shoes off every time you went into these houses, and we probably went into like 10 or 15 of them. And I did not wear slip-on shoes that day. I wore shoes for walking, but they were tie-ups, so. But yeah, I just love the way the architecture is, the aesthetic of everything. On a little old tram. It was insanely hot in there too. They had like these old shops that they had taken down and rebuilt. And it was like a trip of a lifetime for me. This is an old bathhouse, which is not called an onsen. It was called a... Oh, can't remember what it was called. Sento? I think? Sento? So you got to like go in and sit in the bath to see how deep it was. No water, of course, but then they had like a men's side and a women's side. Cool murals on the wall, like beautiful. Here you can see of like Mount Fuji that they painted on the wall. So this wall separated the men's and women's side. I think this was the women's side and that's the men's side. Murals. That's my family friend and her husband. And that's what you do in the bathhouse too. You have your cloth and you put it on your head because you don't want it to touch anything. Museum pieces. Oh, I took that photo because we have one of these wall, I don't know what they're called. It's like a hanging piece of cloth that's decorative. Then we went to Kura Sushi, which is another chain, but it's like each one of these plates is like $1. And scroll type thing, yeah. And it was delicious. It was a conveyor belt sushi restaurant. And the four of us ate until we were absolutely stuffed. And it was like $100 Canadian, which like you can't do that here.
I think
for
it's
four
even
people.
less. I think it's 90.
Yeah, it was like 10,000 yen or whatever. Photo me again. Hallway of our hotel. This is kind of like
Must have been leaving.
the last few days. Yeah, Or last day, I think. Yeah, the 13th. Yeah, being driven around. What did we do on that last day with them? Oh yeah, we went to Sukiya again. That was so good. That tea with jelly in it. Oh, we went to the soy sauce brewery. Shoyu Brewery.
They drive on the left street. The left street.
The left side of the road. This is soy sauce soft serve ice cream, and it was amazing. It tasted like
It
butterscotch.
was so good.
Then this is more dango. Again, it was like fresh. This was red bean. This was miso. This was the soy sauce one, and then this is skune. This is like a chicken meatball that's been marinated, which I tried to make it home. I screwed it up. I gotta try it again. So good. These are the vats of soybeans that are fermenting to make the soy sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, why?
Oh, I don't know.
Like gassy, burping.
Oh.
Emotional. They're playing a video of like how a guy mixes it by hand.
More baths.
More baths, yeah. Oh, and then we went to a sake brewery, and this is the owner, and he said he was like the 5th generation owner, so this brewery must be like 200 years old or more.
Is that really what my hair looks like from the back?
Yeah. And then
It's
we
from
had,
Harry Potter.
yeah, and then we had to wear these hairnets for
No.
sanitary reasons. 4 of us. These are the big metal vats that are fermenting sake. I think that's what they are. Can't remember. They have all these screens that they use to filter and press the rice with.
And then they donate it to farms.
Yeah, they donate the rice, the used rice to farms for the livestock to eat. There's me trying some sake. Because they give you tokens, you get to try all of them. A drawing of how the whole system works.
Sake's not my favorite name.
It's kind of like white wine. The sake breweries hang these cedar balls, and this one's like dark brown. But every time they make a new batch, they put a fresh cedar ball out, so you know that brewery just brewed a fresh batch of sake. So we didn't get the fresh stuff.
No, we got the old stuff.
Yeah. Charms.
And my wedding rings.
Oh, and her wedding rings. I don't think this is a park. Oh yeah, we were in a grocery store, and I was just flabbergasted at the price of liquor. Like, this whiskey, 748 yen. That's like $7 Canadian.
Their Canadian whiskey is cheaper than in Canada.
59, or like let's say 54 cents Canadian for a can of Coke. Like, you could not do that here. Pocari Sweat, 89 cents. Tea, 89 cents. Like, this was cheaper than the convenience store. Like, I'm just blown away. I don't know why I took a photo of this. Family Mart, one of the convenience store chains. And they had like a dollar store, and everything actually was $1. Oh, this is a love hotel. I think that's why I took a photo of this. Hotel Vanilla.
But never mind.
What? This was yakiniku, so it was grilled meat. It was delicious. Again, this was not super expensive, and the 4 of us ate until we were sick. Like, so much food.
There was an earthquake.
Yeah, there was an earthquake while we were sitting there. Was it just the food that was inexpensive, or was it our dollars just really good there? Things in general are less expensive there. Our dollar is good there, but also their economy isn't doing well.
I would say clothing's really expensive there, but food is cheap, really cheap.
Well, you were looking at expensive clothing, though.
I've heard from everybody else.
Oh, really?
I was looking at used clothing.
Yeah, but thrifting is now trendy there, and you went to the fashion district with
Yeah.
the clothes. I would say, like, in general, things are more fairly priced there than here. But it's not that things are cheap. It's just that things that you would buy there, like Japanese-made watches and electronics, are priced at a better price than you would get them here. If that makes any sense. This was just so...
I will say the clothes that I bought are really high quality.
Yeah. I loved this yakiniku. So good. So we were sitting there and my chair shook, and we're sitting in this like style seating, right? So I thought maybe someone was behind me and like bumped the table or bumped the chair. And I look around, there's no one sitting near us. And my friend Kazumi looks up and goes, "Oh, I think that was a 3." And then like a second later, Erica gets a notification on her phone being like, just outside of Tokyo, there was a 3.0
3.0.
earthquake. So she got it on the dot.
And nobody was phased. Everyone's
No.
just like,
Nobody noticed.
yeah.
I did though. We did. Parking. $26. I don't know for how long though. 10 hours, I guess. I think this is the last view of our hotel room, yeah. Last few photos. Last hand roll. Last vitamin C drink. Last photo of our room. This is the Narita Express, really fancy train. Futuristic looking. You get reserved seats. And then ramen at the airport before we left, because we just felt like we didn't have enough ramen while we were there. I was freaking out. I was like, I didn't get enough ramen.
I was not feeling good.
Well, no, you were tired and didn't want to leave.
Yeah, I was hungry and sad.
And then goodbye, Japan.
You shouldn't have left.
No, we should have just stayed there. Wow. I mean, if I want to, next time we go, I want to fly a Japanese airline. I don't want to fly Air Canada. The food will probably be better too. Not that the food was bad on the flight, but bye, Japan. 673 miles an hour. Over 1,000 kilometers. And then back in Canada. Oh, this is the thing that we have that's hanging above our bed. So yeah, that was the trip to Japan. I went through almost every photo. Let's be honest though, there's never enough ramen. I agree. Now I want ramen. Well, yeah, that was Japan. It's crazy. Brought back memories. And then, yeah, so that was October. Then we worked a little bit. And then in December, we both went up north in BC to visit my mom. She works in like very small indigenous community. It's like a pretty sick trip to take. I know, and it was amazing. And I'm just so bummed that I was sick for like the first 6 days of it or whatever, however long that was. Because I feel like I would have eaten a lot more food if I was feeling better, especially in the beginning. And I would have had more confidence to like try these hole-in-the-wall restaurants that were near us, and yeah, whatever. We'll go back. My kind of goals for the general future are to move. I want to sell this place and get a kind of just more cohesive, nicer place with a in-suite laundry. I'm a pretty strong proponent to wearing a mask on planes now. Yeah, me too. I wore a mask on the way back, and as we were getting on the plane, people that were already seated, there was a guy who was like coughing like crazy, and there was a woman on the other end of the aisle, and she was like looking really uncomfortable, and we had stopped because we hadn't, like, people were still loading on. And I look at her and I go, "Do you want a mask?" She's like, "Yeah, please." I open my bag and I've got like 50 masks in there. I'm like, just grab one. So I gave her a mask because I was like, I got sick on the way here. I know, like, it's not worth it. Not worth it to get sick on the plane. But yeah, that was kind of like the highlight. I mean, other than getting married, that was like the highlight of last year for me. pretty happy, very happy we went. Amazing. Once in a lifetime trip. Okay, so stream wise, I want to do more streams like this that are chill and hanging out. Keep streaming on YouTube as well. Just happy that I can like still be like posting on YouTube too, because it just felt like I just felt like I kind of abandoned it, and my YouTube has like 7,000 subscribers. It's still like worth something, worth an audience to share to, you know. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna do too much else on this stream. I think Erica's got to take her car in for something in a little bit. So how long have I been streaming for? 2.5 hours. That's a pretty good length for a stream. My first like real stream back, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna try and stream sometime this week because I like to play some games on stream. Nick, I'm very grateful for your idea of playing Mario. I think I will do that. Try and get that set up. Video quality is way better on Twitch than on YouTube. Because I was looking at my YouTube one and it doesn't look good, but I just thought maybe that was my preview. Oh no, my preview is at low quality. I'll try and turn up the bitrate. Because the thing is, I can only output bitrate and it just tells me it's just one. I can just pick one and then it splits it off into YouTube and to Twitch. So I'll turn it up some more because my internet seems to be able to handle it. And it seems to be stable on YouTube. So, yeah. Keep tweaking things as we go here. I'm gonna get a new camera soon too as well. I'm gonna get a 4K webcam, not an actual proper camera because I don't have the money for that right now, but maybe in a month or two I'll get a new camera. And no hiccups the entire time. I do think your audio is a bit low again. Okay, it's just because my microphone is further away, but I can fix that. Thanks for letting me know, I appreciate it. If I play other videos or streams, they're super loud. Okay, interesting. It might be just my audio in general is low, but we'll see. Because is the music a good level? I have it now. Before it was set to like a static level and it didn't matter if I changed it, but I have it now so that it reflects what I hear. But I have to play copyright free music. You didn't know there was music? Okay. No problem. I'll try and work on my audio output and maybe turn things up a bit if I can. But I turned the music up, so maybe it'll be louder now. It's loud for me, but I have sensitive ears, so. But I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks everybody for watching. Excited to stream some more in the future, as always. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day and stay safe and be kind to yourself and others. All right, take care. Goodbye.